Never in a million years did I expect to be going into the international break with 10 points from our opening 4 games. They weren't easy fixtures. We had Chelsea in there, Brighton away in there, a tricky start to the season away to Bournemouth, and then going away to Luton for their first home game in the Premier League this season. A tricky set of fixtures to navigate, and I was thinking if we could get 6 points out of that 4, we'd be doing good business. But to have 10 points, I am absolutely buzzing with it. I'm delighted. I'm really enjoying it. It's got me a little bit more optimistic. I'm looking forward to the... Maybe not the next game, Man City. The game after Man City. Do you know something? No, scrap that. I'm looking forward to the Man City game. Bring it on. Looking forward to the Europa League starting. We've had the group stage drawn now. That's got me excited again. And I find myself really up for this season now. And it coincides with the transfer window as well. But never did I expect us to have 10 points. It's a really, really good return. And it does give us a bit of a platform to go on and hopefully achieve something this season. But a month ago, I was nervous, maybe not worried as such because we hadn't done any transfer business, but I was nervous because I thought my hopes, my confidence for the season hinged on 2 things. 1, how well we do in these 4 fixtures up until the international break, and 2, how we do in the transfer window. When we went to Bournemouth, we hadn't signed anyone yet. James Ward-Prowse had signed after the Bournemouth game. So I was nervous going into that fixture because it was a difficult one. Should we get off to a bad start? Should we not do well? We could find ourselves in a relegation battle again. But on the flip side, I thought if we get off to a good start this season and we do well in transfer window, then we can go on and have a good season. Whether what that is, the term is subjective. That is up to you what you think is a good season for West Ham. A top half finish, hopefully challenge for the cup again, challenge for silverware. We've got 3 of them to go for. I don't mind which one. If it's the Carabao Cup, sign me up for it. It doesn't bother me. I've had a taste of it now. I want it again. But I do think there's a real good chance for us to get European football again for next season. But we'll discuss that later on in the week. But this is more about the start. And it's got me quite excited. Now, listen, has it been champagne football, free-flowing attacking? No, it has not. But it's been effective. It's been really, really effective. It's worked. 10 points. Brilliant. But going into the season, I was nervous. And like I said, it depended on 2 things. The start, the players we bring in. Well, I'm delighted with the start. And I'm very happy with the players we've brought in as well. So it sets me up. And I don't mind changing my opinion. I don't mind going from nervous to excited in a short space of 1 month. I think having the ability to change your mind, to alter your opinion, is a very strong skill set to have, in my opinion. I think to receive new data, to receive new information, reevaluate is a really important thing. So a month ago, we'd signed nobody and we had 4 tricky fixtures coming up. Well, today we've got 10 points from those 4 and we've made some good signings. So naturally, my mood is going to change quite a lot. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. Bring it on. Anyway, before we talk about that win against Luton, I just want to say a massive thank you to Charlie. I disappeared for a week. Went to the travel agent on the Wednesday, 4:30, booked a holiday, and 2 o'clock the next day on Thursday, I flew away for a week. I went away for a week's holiday. Charlie held the fort down. He was doing all the videos. So massive thank you to Charlie and for you guys for tuning in, dropping likes on the videos, subscribing to Hammer's Chat, all that good stuff. I quite enjoyed this summer transfer window actually by the end of it, and certainly enjoyed that Brighton win when I was away. But I also enjoyed that win against Luton because it was different. That's a type of game that we would have lost a few seasons ago, whether it be under David Moyes previously, under Bilic, under Pellegrini, under Allardyce. It doesn't really matter. That's a type of game going away to a promoted side at home for the first time this season. You can see it's happened plenty of times. Luton 1, West Ham 0. Luton 2, West Ham. It's happened plenty. So it was a bit of a banana skin fixture. I was confident going into it though, based on what I'd seen against Brighton and Chelsea. My only reservation was it's going to be a different type of game. We were able to sit back against Brighton and Chelsea, soak up the pressure, play counter-attacking football, and it worked. And we were very clinical in those 2 games. Brighton, I thought we created a lot of chances, but Chelsea in particular, I thought we were just really clinical. So I had a little bit of a worry. Could we break this Luton side down? The other 3 teams had done it. The other 2 teams had done it so far. But could we go and do it? And that's what made me a little bit apprehensive. And when the game started, I think that continued because while we were not really under any pressure, our defence was coping fine. I thought we were in control. I thought we looked quite comfortable. The only thing we were lacking was creating an opportunity, which is obviously the most important thing really. But it was a case of, can we break this Luton side down? Can we do something? Luckily, we've got Lucas Paqueta, who can unlock any defence in the league, possibly. Great assist. I was going to say good goal by, but you automatically say good. It wasn't really, was it? The keeper should have saved it, let's be honest with you. But we got the goal. In the end, we ran out 2-1 winners, but I thought there was a lot of promising things to take from that game, and the most important thing was we got the win. We've got the win, went back top the league for a day, which is enjoyable again. I mean, we sit fourth going into the break, and it's like I said, it's left me feeling good, but there's a lot of things from that performance that I was really happy with. The midfield, the way the midfield functions, I'm not going to go into it too much because I'll do a video about the midfield because it's international break. We've got to get a bit creative with the content. We don't have transfer rumours anymore. The easy content disappeared. The transfer rumours are gone. You've got to think a little bit more. It'll be more opinion-based stuff in the next 2 weeks. So I'm going to do a video about the midfield, about Alvarez, because I thought he was, well, he put in a performance worthy of man of the match, didn't he? Very similar last week. I thought Antonio put in a performance worthy of man of the match against Brighton, but I thought Ariola was just superb. And again, Alvarez, worthy man of match performance, but I thought Kurt Zouma was incredible against Luton. So he probably pipped him, well he did pip him to man of match for myself, but I thought Alvarez was superb in there. Ward-Prowse continues an impressive start to West Ham. 3 assists, 1 goal and 4. I mean, can't get what you can, but near on impossible for a centre midfielder to get better than that at West Ham. And Paqueta's doing Paqueta things, so I like it. I like that makeup that we've got in midfield. I think there's a very healthy balance to it. You've got a bit of everything. You know, each player's different as well, but we'll do a specific video about that one in Souček and so on and so forth. But Friday was a different performance because we had more of the ball. Naturally, Luton was like, you can have it, what are you going to do with it? And I thought we coped fine. I thought we were comfortable. And was the football exciting? Not really. Was it champagne, free-flowing, attacking football? No, it wasn't. But it was effective and we got 3 points. That's what we had to do. There is a little bit of me that hopes that as the season goes on that we might see some prettier football on the eye. I'm not too confident we will, to be honest with you. I think this is how we're going to play. I think we will be well organised, hard working, tough to break down, look to play on the counter-attack. I think we'll be ruthless at set pieces, which I don't have a problem with, as long as that's not your only way of scoring or the main way of scoring. I'm excited for it. When we got free kicks outside the box with Dimitri Payet, there was an element of, hey, here we go, we got excited, we got a free kick, there was a buzz, you'd get excited, you'd expect something to happen. I've got that with corners already. Whenever we got a corner against Luton, I was thinking, right then, come on then James, let's see this one swung in, let's see what you got kind of thing. So when it gets cleared by the first man, I get disappointed. Hang on a minute, I'm expecting top quality corners every single time. Still waiting for that free kick outside the box so we can get really excited about Ward-Prowse hopefully bending one into the top corner. But, you know, being good at set pieces, bring it on. I like it, like I said. As long as it's not the only way of scoring or the main threat that you carry. But I think that we're going to go back to more of a David Moyes blueprint. Obviously, you know, we spoke to Mark Warburton in the summer who wanted to play a different way, and we felt like we were trying to do a little bit of it last season, this transition. That was the buzzword, the hype word at the start of last season. There's going to be a transition. Didn't really see it, to be honest with you. I didn't really feel like we were adapting our play, but what we've seen from West Ham so far this season feels like old school David Moyes. When we finished 6th in the league, and then the first half of the season when we finished 7th in the league, that's what we're going back to. And the players we've brought in fit that. The ones that was in the starting 11 so far anyway, with Alvarez and Ward-Prowse, they're just pure David Moyes style players that can play the way that Moyes wants to play. Kudus, how does he fit in? We're going to have to wait and see. If I had a couple of disappointments from Friday, and it's only minor ones before any aggro comes along, it's not deflated my mood. I'm still buzzing, but my minor gripes, would have liked to have seen Kudus sooner, a bit more, but that's just because I want to see the new player. I'm excited for Kudus. I think he's going to be a great signing for us. Just want to see him on the pitch. And the second one was the subs. Well, ties with Kudus a little bit, but it's more the Brighton game. When we were 3-0 up against Brighton and I saw Danny Ings coming on, I thought, well, if Mubama doesn't come on now when we're 3-0 up, when is Mubama going to come on? Now, I appreciate it. Danny Ings did a clearance off the line, which helped us, but you ain't bringing Ings on because of what he can do defensively. Well, we shouldn't be bringing on a striker because of what he can offer defensively. So Mbama didn't come on against Brighton. I was a bit disappointed. I thought that was a rare opportunity that you can bring him on, and there's a bit of breathing space within the parameters of the game. And then when the subs happened on Friday, this is old school Moyes. So while I like what we're doing on the pitch old school, if we could have a different David Moyes with substitutions, please, that'd be nice. But the old school Moyes way only satisfies, if you want, while the results are being yielded. Because if you play some really nice, pretty, entertaining football, but the results perhaps don't come, I think you get a bit more lead. I can only speak for myself, okay? This bit's only relevant from me. This is my opinion as a fan. But if I'm enjoying the football we're playing, but perhaps the results aren't going our way, I can stomach it a little bit because the football's entertaining. But when the football's not entertaining, the results have to follow in order to sort of justify playing that way. And that's a little bit of what we're doing this season. But because we've got 10 points, I can't complain whatsoever. And do you know something? Against Brighton, I thought our play was good. Did we have much possession? No. But like I said, if you go to Brighton away and start trying to play expansive football, you could easily find yourself getting torn apart. And I found myself almost celebrating the win against Brighton again on Saturday. So Friday night we beat Luton, happy days. Saturday I watched Brighton Newcastle, and Brighton just tore Newcastle a new one. But while I was watching that, I was sitting there just almost thinking, hey, we rocked up here last week and we beat you. Ariola was man of match, but we beat you. We deserved to win, and we created plenty of opportunities against you as well. So that made me appreciate our win last week a bit more this weekend. Does that make sense? I think it does. It made sense in my head anyway. But yeah, I think we're going back to sort of old school David Moyes. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued as to how he does the cutest thing. Where's he going to play? What's his long-term position? Because there's one spot up for grabs in our starting 11 right now, and that's left wing. Let's be honest with you. Ben Mama, he was busy against Luton, but he was ineffective. His crossing was poor, his shooting was poor. I thought he was good against Brighton when he came on off the bench, but he was poor against Chelsea, and I thought he was poor against Bournemouth. So that spot's up for grabs. Not really Kudus' position. He's not really got loads of experience out there. He's got more on the right-hand side. Is that where he'll play? Possibly. I just don't want to see Paqueta shoehorned out there like he was at the start of the game against Brighton in order to accommodate Souček in that midfield. I don't want to see that at all. So I feel there's a spot up for grabs. Not sure it'd be Kudus. Now, I was wrong. I thought that he would come on against Luton on the hour mark. I thought, Kudus will come on for Antonio soon. Antonio struggled to get into the game a bit. It's not really Antonio's game. This is where Kudus is going to come in. But Ings came on. I thought, well, I think we've done it the wrong way round. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, though, but I think Ings would have been a better striker to start with because of the way the game was played. And then Antonio would have been a better striker to bring on when West Ham were 2-0 up. The game was a bit stretched, a tired Luton defence. Probably fits the way that Antonio likes to play. So we probably got those the wrong way around. But I completely understand, by the way, why Moyes did it the way he did. I would have liked to have seen Antonio start. When the starting 11 came out, I was delighted with it. I thought, yeah, that's it. That's the starting 11 I want to see. Would have just liked to see Kudus a bit more, but that's me probably being a little bit too nickety-pickety. But listen, to wrap it up, great win on Friday. Was it the best game in the world? No. Was it the best football in the world? No. But we had to go there, get the win. We did it. We were in control. We were comfortable. I think we deserved the win. And there is an element of we only won because we had the better players. And Man City do that some weeks. Some weeks I'll see Man City, I'd say don't dominate. They do dominate game, but they tend to only win it because of star quality from someone in that 11. That's fine. Look, I know Man U ended up losing, but they were not in that game at all, and then they scored through Marcus Rashford just because they had a really good player in the team. So I don't mind winning because you've got the better players. That's what we did on Friday, but it's been a fantastic start so far. It's got me optimistic. I'm feeling good. I'm looking forward to the games after Man City. But listen, there's a real opportunity for us to go get European football for next season, I believe, and it hinged on the back of that 10 points in 4 games. You know, we've already got it. And I like Soufal's comments. When he goes away on international duty, he gets a bit chatty, doesn't he, Soufal? I quite like it. So I'm always looking for Soufal's interview when he's away. And he said, you know, it's been a good start. Never expected 10 points. And he said something like, let's get another 30 and see where we are. And I thought, there you go. There's the West Ham and Vladimir Soufal. He's somebody that's come into this club. He's really adopted the culture of West Ham. And if you need proof that he's done that, 4 games in, all he's thinking about is the magic 40-point mark in the Premier League. He's not getting carried away. He's keeping his feet firmly on the ground, saying, only 30 to go for Premier League safety. Here we go, boys. Up there you go. Vladimir Superb, he's one of us. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and disappear, but thanks again to Charlie and to you guys for tuning into the videos. Please do drop a like on the video if you enjoyed this one. Subscribe if you're new to Hamish Chat, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow, possibly talking about the midfield of West Ham United. I'll see you then.